This is me in the raw, at least half in the raw. This is my run out the door. This is me with nothing. You can see a little bit of sagging here from years of rubbing from when the contact messed up my eyes, and even worse after the allergies. You can see all the redness in my skin, obviously the dark circles, my skimpy eyelashes. This side doesn't have as much. This one has a lot of veins. 5-minute makeup. I love my Mary Kay Mineral Press Powder. See, it's almost done. If I have to just run out the door, or I'm just some serviceman is coming over, because when I'm home I don't wear makeup. I play with eyeshadow every day, but I don't wear makeup. Put a little bit of this. A little bit of mascara. I love my Well Rested. And I don't know if you can tell, but it's made the lines more pronounced under my eyes. If you have more time, you can, keep on. And I just put on a lip gloss out the door in less than 5 minutes. Sometimes if I have a little bit more time, I've gotten used to putting in my eyebrows, and I might put eyeliner, and run out the door. So one option is face powder. Press powder. And press powder is really just for it's got different properties than loose powder. I always could tell that there was a difference. This is like when you're out, it gives a little bit more coverage than a loose powder is just to set your makeup. This gives you a little bit more coverage. And so if you're out and you need to powder, especially someone like me who has oily skin, this is what, that's for. It gives you a little bit more coverage. You powder your nose, you take out the oil. Which is why you have to change your sponge often, because this gets bacteria and funky and whatnot. So yeah, that's pan. This is pan. This is not oil on. That's pan. I've only got the outside left. That's a couple of minutes makeup. One of the things I found, and Revlon does not carry this anymore, but I know that probably many other companies, I like this because it gives a little bit more moisture, a little bit more, but it's the same concept. So now you're going to see this. I like this one because it's got the cream, and it's the same concept. It's just a quick fix me up. You just put it. The top one is like the concealer highlighter. And remember that highlighting is for what you want to stand out, and the contouring, contouring, the darker is what you want to see go away. This will be, unless I'm in the hospital, this will be the only time you're going to catch me looking like this. Then you have the bottom side, and this is medium. And the only thing I like about this is you might have to rub it into the skin more. And I don't like rubbing my skin anymore. So if you don't want to do the powder, I think that if you have less, well, if you have less flawless skin, then you could just probably go with a powder or a tinted moisturizer. But you saw how horribly red my skin was. Look at that. Look at that difference. So what did that, how long did that take me? A couple of minutes. So as you can see, that gives you a little bit more coverage than this side. You could still see a lot of the red in my skin with just the powder. This takes a little bit longer to do the cream. And again, I put a chapstick, or you could put a colored lip gloss, and then take just a simple mascara. Some women won't leave their house without fake lashes. And then This is Telescopic from L'Oreal. And I like the plastic bristles. I like how it gets the lashes. Since my lashes are sparse and since my eyes are deep set, I notice a lot in my pictures that it gets on my eyeshadow. Purse Buzz has a little this little apparatus that you put it with one hand as you put your mascara and it won't get onto your eyes. So as you can see, I'm going to put my finger there so it captures the extra mascara, and this way it's not going on my eye, under my eyes, which it already did. This is your run out the door 5-minute makeup or less. You know, maybe you might be able to get away with, if you're quick, maybe some blush, some gloss. You know, sometimes I put an eyeliner. A good thing maybe to do in something like this is maybe get a colored mascara and you know, like a brightly colored eyeliner. Just do something fun, but something you can just do quick and run out the door. So this is a cream foundation, and that was just the pressed powder. This is my Bare Minerals ID I put on this side, and then this was a cream eyeliner. And you can see, let me get up close. You can see the difference. You can see how it's pronouncing my fine lines. I know that Encore with he did this, and I can't get it right. You take dark colored and light colored concealer, and you put the dark on what you want to make go back, and then the light on the part that's sunk in, and that should even it out, and you won't have these. You know, right now you could see the puffiness that I have here from the constant rubbing, from the irritation in my eye. You know, if you have lines around here, which as you get older you do, as you get older this starts to darken and get different. I just can't do it. But that's contouring and highlighting. So what I'm trying to show you now is what foundation does, as you can see. I'm going to take off my makeup and show you camouflaging. Okay, so I'll be right back. So this side I did with Makeup Forever, and I wanted to show you this liquid green. What I did different today, usually, you know, I'm in a rush to get ready. It takes me about an hour to get ready. And so I'm just going. This time I let it dry a little bit, and it worked better. But I do notice that usually around my nose, the grease just makes it all slide off. But again, I have some acne, deep pores, and plus I have enlarged pores this day now. I'm also getting sunspots. So this is Makeup Forever. Not sure if that's making a difference at all. Another thing I did on this side is I didn't take off the concealer from this side. Another thing I did on this side was I went with, so anyway, this is beige. This is the Makeup Forever foundation. And I went with a darker color, and it was completely by accident. This is the Makeup Forever HD. Some people say if you use a darker concealer instead of a lighter concealer, that it camouflages the fine lines better. So I'm not sure, you know, if that is revealing my fine lines the way it did before with the lighter color. I think that it actually did work better at camouflaging. So this, like I said, this was a darker color. They didn't have my color, and I just went with the next darkest color, and it does camouflage better. It's the most, we usually put like a shade lighter, but look, that one did show my fine lines less. Now I'm putting on their cream concealer, and let me get up close so you can see. Now, I bet you this is going to make, because this is a cream concealer, not a liquid concealer. And the heavier it is, the more it's going to sink into your fine lines. So, I'm going to put a lighter one. And already, I think you can see a difference that they are standing out a little bit more. So that is that's the HD. Now I'm going to set it. That's the complete HD collection. It's concealer, Makeup Forever, foundation, primer. I use green because I have a lot of red in my skin. Powder. But before I put the powder, I want to say this is horrible. This is why I really like the NYX one better. This, I got the purple, which was the darkest color. The problem with this pump is that a ton of it comes out. There's no way to control it. And this just leaves a horrible, horrible, nasty mess. Now, I bought this last spring or summer, and I put it aside because I didn't like it. Guess what happened? So hardly anything came out. It's drying out already. It's just ridiculous. But in a way, that's good, because I found if you just take that little drop, because that's all you need, and it mixes with your foundation. But see how much of it comes out in that little tiny drop? But if you mix it in with your foundation, I find that it blends out a little bit better. It's better if you do when your foundation is wet. I exchanged the dark purple one. The next one was a dark raspberry, and then this was the hot pink. And then all the other colors were warm, and you know I don't like the warm one. So I took this hot pink one. They do have a nice cool pink, but it was really light. Then, so that's the Makeup Forever HD collection. I don't know if that's maybe making me look more flawless. I don't know. I just really didn't see a difference from any, like my Mary Kay foundations. So this is it. This is the HD collection. Foundation, primer, and they have all different kinds. Purple is for if you have a lot of yellow. And then green is for red. They have like all different kinds. They have like 5 or 6 different kinds. And you have that. And then lastly, I'm going to set it with the powder. I don't think they've added anything to the collection since last spring. I do notice that the powder can help make your skin look a little bit nicer. It's the silicone one. Okay, so that's that Makeup Forever HD. I stopped wearing liquid because of my greasy skin, because I live in a humid climate. Even in the winter, it's humid. You sweat a lot. So I got more into powders. But like I said, what bothered me about mineral powder foundation is I couldn't, Mary Kay, which is the one that works best on me, didn't come with SPF in it. And you have to add that. And that kind of drives me crazy. One of the other things I want to tell you about, one of the things I like about this is that it's liquid. It's not gel, so it doesn't feel greasy. The same thing with NYX. Love that. Again, I have this. I want a tip for this is you put this on and you let it dry. And it should help camouflage. It should help. It like falls into the deep part of your pores, falls into the fine lines, and it makes them less pronounced. But I just don't like how greasy it feels. I can't stand that greasy feeling. So I'm not going to do that now, but that's just a tip for you guys. So the next thing I wanted to talk to you about is for red skin, I have this. This is an old one from Avon. I bought 2 of them. I like it so much. I use the yellow I use green mostly for the red. The green camouflages the red. And I use this in the winter because it neutralizes my skin, but I can't use it in the summer because my skin gets darker and for some reason it's too much. So that's when I use the yellow. The yellow is going to mix with the red and give it more of a warmer tone. And since in the summer you're tanning, that's just, that's awesome. So if you want to start out with your, after you've moisturized and everything, if you want to start out with your primer, let it set, let it dry, then put everything on top of that. That's what is advised. Personally, I don't like that. I don't like how it feels. I just don't like it. But I did learn a tip. I do like it for under the eyes because I like that well moisturized. But I found out that after you finish all your makeup, if there's something you want to cover up then, what I found is if you put a little bit of it right after and then set it with powder, that works for me. But again, I don't like it. It feels greasy. But let me show you. So, green. And I know it looks funny, but this is what I like to use with my powders. Is I did this one with liquid. And then I'm doing this one with cream. I find that these camouflage palettes like this, that's the only reason I got is because I wanted this green. But see how it has all these colors, and you could use the light to bring something out and then the dark to make it recede with these camouflage palettes, and then the green is to cover up the red. And that's why I got this, but it's for Makeup Forever, but it's not part of the HD collection. So this is just my Avon one, and let me see, try to get it on my nose, try to get it, because that's where most of my redness is, and I think it's from years and years. See, I'm already sweating. I can already feel the oil coming out right here. It's just humid. See now, right here, it won't stay on. From the oil in my nose, it keeps rubbing off. It's better to pat it, but once you go to put on your foundation, it comes right off. So best to like pat it in. And what I find is best, I know it looks weird because it's green, but it just camouflaged all that red. So what I found, this is my experience, what I found is best is I do that, and then I take my mineral powder. But lately I've been using, because I don't know if you noticed, but I'm getting brown spots from the sun. And it's hard to find a mineral powder with SPF, although Bare Minerals does have it. So now I'm using more liquid because, see, a lot of the Revlon ones come with SPF, and I really like that. And I don't know why Mary Kay doesn't get on the ball with that. So, you know what? I just realized I haven't cleaned my Mary Kay one. I haven't used it in about a year. Hope I don't get... That's another thing. Clean your brushes. Some brushes I clean every day. Some I clean once a week. Some I clean once a month. And I could see I haven't cleaned this one. But anyway, I like this one. For some reason, I don't know why, I like the shape of it. And then what I usually do is it sticks to the cream. The only thing I don't like is the powder goes everywhere. And then if you have your primer or even your moisturizer, it should stick to that if you do it right afterwards. One of the experiences I've had, though, is that when you put on a powder after mascara, sometimes it gets trapped. In my tiger eyes, you could see how it got all over trapped in there, and it looks awful. But, yeah, so... See, first I do this because this padding helps it to get into that, and then I spread it. And then usually what I do is I'll take a darker powder. You can use a dark foundation. I know women in the past, oh, now my skin feels a little itchy because I didn't even realize I didn't clean it. I haven't used it in a year. But anyway, take a darker powder. And I just, what I want to camouflage is my, what I usually want to camouflage is right here. And I always felt like I had my big nose to me. I don't know. I just put it around here. Around my nose area. And that's really all I do. But again, those are the tips you use. One of these silicone primers. They're supposedly grab into, go into your pores, fine lines, and supposedly you have to let it dry, but it just feels so greasy to me. And then you'll put your, maybe you want to use a camouflage primer. Almost fell, and then you'll put your whatever you use, whether it's cream, whether it's powder, whether it's liquid, on your face. Let me see. So right now, I just left the concealer I had before, but yeah, there's also all different kinds of concealers. There's liquid ones. This is a yellow to camouflage. I guess if you got a lot of purple in your skin, it also works well with red if you want a more warmer look. So you have that. That's a camouflage. And where's my liquid? Oh well. Well, you saw the liquid, but this is the one I usually use, the liquid right here. And then this is for camouflaging. Sometimes I use a cream. This is purple for people with a lot of red in their skin. So let me show you. It's just a medium. That's a cream. But again, the heavier and thicker a concealer is, the more it's going to sink into your fine lines. It's going to show more. And Perspus was the one who gave us the tip about using the silicone primer. And I find that helps. I find that does help. I also find that a darker color will show your fine lines less than a lighter color. I'm trying to close this good so it don't dry out. It's not closing. I got it. So you've got your liquid, you have your cream pots, and then you have your sticks, which are even thicker. So that's green. And then, your regular beige. So that's more of like a solid form. So you got your liquid, your cream, and like the solid stick form. And, that's what you would use to camouflage and conceal. So you saw how if you have like a blemish, you can maybe put that on to cover it up. Sometimes I find it brings it out more. I think you have to experiment to see what works best. Darker or lighter, cream or liquid. So yeah, I'm gonna try this. This is my worst eye. It's got the puffiness. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna use my Mary Kay concealer. Mary Kay's concealer is really thick because it's waterproof, but that's not always a good thing. I guess I'll try with this. I'm gonna put a little bit of this. I think maybe I'm gonna zero in a little bit of the Mary Kay. Okay, that's before. And I'm going to do after. I mixed the two. But since I did use that Mary Kay's thick one, seems to be showing more of the fine lines. I'm going to darken my eyebrows a little bit. I've gotten used to, because of YouTube, I've gotten used to filling in my eyebrows. Even now, I include it in my 5-minute routine. I'm just putting a little brown just to darken it a little bit. Because I noticed that they kind of fade out when you put the foundation on. But anyway, I don't know. I think the Mary Kay, the thickness of the Mary Kay just might have made it worse, but makes the fine line show more. So, yeah. That is my video for today. So, I've been dying to do that, and this is probably the only time you will ever see me in the raw. I'll probably get a lot of hate comments about it. I tell you, people can say the meanest things. So yeah, this side has the blush on because I was showing you the blush. I really like the NYX better than the Makeup Forever. I like how it goes on. They use a powder HD for the blush. I really like it. So so yeah, not a makeup look, but just, I guess, an informational, educational video. This is just what I've learned. I'm not an expert. People like Encore, he's like, I love listening to Encore. He's a really good makeup artist, and he has a lot of good tips.